quickly getting by us here. Good day today, good Wednesday. I know you're going to ask about the injured guys, and very encouraged. I think all three of those guys will be available Saturday. Gift and DJ. I definitely want them to play and see them playing. David wants to play, and I'll probably just make a decision Saturday if I'm going to let him play or not. But I want him because I think he's going to be pretty close to 100%. But I just don't want him to have a setback, so it'll be kind of really a game day decision. But I really like his progress. I think all three of those guys, again, will be available. Whether or not I play David, I don't know yet. But DJ and Giff, I definitely see getting in some action. Same thing with Tig. I left Tig out. Tig Willard, I think he'll be available as well. Doing good today. But he's another one of those guys that I'll probably make a decision on Saturday.
Obviously, talk about the news of the day. Notre Dame coming to the ACC. Obviously, Jim Barker had a lot to do with that. Just talk about what it means for the ACC, what it means for Clemson, what it means in the big picture.
Well, I knew they were in conversations when we had our meetings back in late July, but I had no idea that was happening today until after the fact. I didn't have any idea. But Michael Kelly called me from the ACC office and had a good talk with him. And hey, I mean, listen, I don't know what everybody else's opinion is, but I think it's a real positive. I don't really see a negative. I'm sure somebody's going to come up with some, but I don't really see a negative. I think it's a great thing for our conference. This is. I mean, I'm not a huge Notre Dame fan. Tim Bray knows that. We go back and forth on that, but I do have a ton of respect for their program and the tradition of their program. I mean, it is what it is, and you have a program like that chooses to join your conference. I think that ain't nothing but a positive thing. So, where it goes, who knows? But they're committed to play 5 games. I think that's outstanding for our conference, and we'll see what happens down the road. But I think it's a win-win for everybody. It's great for our other sports, and I think it just really kind of stabilizes the league even more than what it already was, in my opinion. So, it's all good. I don't really know how it affects Clemson, other than we may have a game with Notre Dame somewhere down the road, home and home. That'd be pretty cool. Get a road trip to South Bend. That'd be pretty neat. Tim can show us the town and all the neat spots. But that's really about it.
Do you think it could affect recruiting at all, considering that it wouldn't be an every year thing?
I don't really think so for us. I mean, maybe it affects other people, but we kind of have our footprint that we recruit to, and I don't think it hurts us, but maybe it puts some of that speculation away down to rest about the league, some of that stuff that we've dealt with. But we really haven't had a problem recruiting, so I don't know that it helps us, but I don't think it hurts us.
Does it matter that they get some of the bowl tie-in things, but they're not a full-fledged member? That they're playing 5, they're not playing a full schedule, and all that stuff. Does that seem? I mean, it seems like that maybe is a little bit of kind of a hedge of we want them, but
I think that's a positive there as well, because I think you have an opportunity to really enhance your bowl destinations. I mean, all those are contracts, and they come up, and now you throw Notre Dame in the mix. It's just one more good name to go in there with Clemson and some of these other schools. So I don't see that as a negative.
Would it be your hope that this would now allow the athletic directors in the conference to take it back to an 8-game conference schedule?
I would love that. You can get that worked out, that'd be great. I don't know that that'll happen, but that would be ideal, especially for us, Florida State in particular, because our natural rivals are not in our conference, and that's a problem. And otherwise, it's only good when you have it at home. You could potentially have those years when you have 6 home games, and that's not good for Clemson. I don't think that's not good for our community here. But I don't control that. But, I mean, I would vote for that, but I don't think I get a vote.
Florida State on board with Clemson on that issue?
On which issue?
On the opposition to the 9 games.
I don't think anybody was for the 9. No coaches were for the 9. I think that was pretty unanimous in our room. But again, it wasn't something we got to vote on. It was like playing 9 games. So okay, we're playing 9 games. It really wasn't a. We just, we don't make those decisions. We just coach our teams. When we finally were discussing it, it wasn't. I don't think there was anybody in the room in favor of it.
Now that it's open back up it can be put back up on the table with the new contract stuff. Swafford said today. So do y'all kind of go to all
did
that?
he?
Yeah.
Did he say that?
He says it can be if the athletic directors want to put it back up there.
Well, I know Terry Don Phillips was against it, so that's good to hear. I haven't heard any comments or anything like that. I personally think there's just more flexibility, because within our league and within the non-conference, and allows you to keep some of these games. I think everybody's enjoyed the Auburn series that we've had. We got a Georgia series coming up. We had Oklahoma State on there. And, those things become very difficult when you're playing non-conference games and a major rival like South Carolina. It's tough. It's tough.
The weak side linebacker is Domestic Carrico going for once.
Yeah, Carrico. Yeah, Carrico, and you'll probably see Tony get a lot of action this week as well. So disappointed he didn't get a lot of work last week. He played a lot, but he had to come out late because he tweaked his ham. But he's gotten a ton of work this week, so I'm excited and hopeful that he'll be able to take a lot of snaps at will this week.
Latique Townsend has a pretty big fan club. Give your take on him. And
I'm in his club.
Yeah.
I'm in Latique's club. He's a good football player. He's still got a lot to learn. You got to be able to trust him. And we also working him at some will as well. A guy that is sudden and violent on the field, and something's getting blown up when he's on the field. All right, it's just the way it is. But he's just got to become a more consistent performer from a schematic standpoint, to where Coach V trusts him. That's really the issue with him right now. It's certainly not talent, but he's going to get there. He's going to get there. I don't have any doubt about it. He'll get there. But I'm definitely in his fan club.
All set.
All right.
Thanks, sir.
Appreciate it.